What does this action signify? As you entered, when you looked at the other human, what does it mean?
I see beautiful colors. I see lights.
It's a different world. It can be so very different for children like 3-year-old Aiden.
Hi, Aiden. Here, buddy.
Aiden and his twin brother Beck have autism spectrum disorder, each affected in a different way. Aiden likes to play, and there's a new playmate, a 2-foot robot.
Hi, Aiden. My name is Now.
And this special robot plays back.
I want you to find some things, okay?
It's in an interactive room. Monitors show pictures and videos, and infrared lights on Aiden's hat signal to cameras around the room when he responds, telling the robot to change its reply.
Aiden, look. Good job.
But we demonstrated that if the children were really more interested towards the robot than human therapies, then the robot might be able to use this engagement to some beneficial activities.
The study found that young autistic children spent significantly more time looking at the robot than a typically developing child did.
Aiden, look at that.
And capturing attention is critical for early intervention treatment.
Meet Casper, part of a new wave of humanoid robots used for the very first time in autism therapy.
Generally, children with autism have difficulties in the areas of communication, social interaction and imagination and fantasy. And we are targeting all 3 of these areas, but primarily social interaction.
So what makes Casper different?
It is what we call a minimally expressive robot. We removed all of the features that would make it very confusing for a child with autism.
Autistic children have trouble reading human facial expressions and how they signify emotion. Casper's simplified face means that children can more easily learn that a smile means happy and a frown means angry. He also teaches them the consequences of their physical behaviour towards other children.
One example of a positive tactile interaction would be this. If you were to hit the robot,
This hurt.
the robot indicates that this was a behavior that can hurt. So we want them to reflect on the consequences of what they do.
I come to Tracks, a specialist school in Hertfordshire, where Eden's about to put Casper to the test through a series of games.
Well, we do imitation game. So one child controls the robot by pressing the buttons.
Okay.
The other child copies the robot. So they play together in an imitation game through the mediation of the robot.
Today, Ben is going to play the role of the other child.
He's hiding. I'm hiding too.
Eden hits the buttons which control Casper's expressions. Then Ben mimics to show the same expression on a human face.
What is face now? Tell me.
Sad.
Sad.
And Ben's getting results.
And now what is this?
Happy.
Happy. This is the first time she's starting to play directly with me, instead of just playing with the robot. For me, this was a big step what we did so far. I mean, I'm really surprised, I'm really taken by it, because up to now I haven't had this direct interaction.
Keep On started out as a research project in Japan, and it was aimed at helping children with autism overcome some anxieties they face when they're interacting with people in social settings. Sort of this strange little yellow blob of a creature. It's got 2 spheres stacked on top of each other, and it's this rubbery kind of rough texture to it, and it's just very simple. I mean, there's not a lot going on. It's got 2 eyes and a nose, and that's about it. And it was meant to be these simple gestures that kids could react to. Keep On would nod its head and bob and respond to stimulus, and the hope was that children would get better eye gaze and learn to accept touch and sort of improve their communications. So Keep On's been in test in various clinics around the world for about 7 years in these autism trials, but there is no actual clinical data to back up that it works. All we have are the observations of parents and kids and people working in these labs, and I think there's sort of a mixed opinion on the research from scientists. Definitely the people who've observed Keep On Working say it seems to improve children's behavior. There's people who are skeptical about the long-term effects and how much it could really improve autism. But the parents of the researchers say, you know, their children have come home and they're talking more, they're making more eye contact, and at least from their observations, Keep On seems to have made a difference.
Keep On may look like a cute toy, but its true purpose is to transform lives.
What is it really for?
He was designed for interaction with kids with social developmental disorders such as autism.
Okay.
One of the problems they have is a sort of information overload when they interact with real people.
Children experiencing developmental problems often have trouble maintaining eye contact, a hard wall to break through.
You can touch it.
So Keep On seeks out eye contact using facial recognition software and a simple appearance, so children won't find it threatening. Keep On uses its gaze to direct kids' attention, expressing supportive emotion by nodding or dancing. When therapists can't reach a child, Keep On breaks the ice.